Our Sunrise Smart Start begins with some breaking news overnight. A 19-year-old woman is in the hospital after an early morning shooting in Rochester.
There were almost more victims here. This happened around 1:30 on Ravine Avenue. Police say 2 people were shot at in a car. They were not hit. While on scene, this woman who was wounded was dropped off to the hospital. She was shot on Ravine outside, not in the car that was struck. The victim is expected to live. No arrests have been made.
Turning to this reaction now to those 4 students arrested for their alleged involvement in those anti-Semitic wanted posters depicting members of the University of Rochester staff.
The school's Department of Public Safety tells us a 5th person is being looked at in this investigation after the flyers showed up around campus. We've been covering this for about a week now. Hundreds of these posters depicting members of the U of R's Jewish community as wanted were found over the last week in buildings and classrooms. The 4 arrested are charged with felony criminal mischief. The university says these arrests the action taken are both criminal and disciplinary in the school's view. Campus officials notice their understanding, though, the actions do not meet the legal threshold for being classified as a hate crime. The names of these 4 still haven't been released. We did get a statement from the president of the U of R saying in part that such activity may have been carried out by our students is particularly disappointing. We have worked diligently with students and other members of the university to provide a respectful setting for protest, dissent, and dialogue. She goes on to say, quote, "The process for the students is now in the hands of the Monroe County District Attorney's Office. I am confident that those who are charged will get a fair and public hearing." By the way, a rally in support of these students is planned downtown outside this morning at Court. The Rochester Committee to End Apartheid says these arrests represent, quote, "the latest tactic in an ongoing campaign of institutionalized anti-Palestinian racism," end quote.
A man has been found guilty of murdering another man, and in broad daylight on a street corner in Rochester. The victim, 35-year-old Todd Jones, was found dead following a shooting at North Goodman Street, and this was in July of 2023. The prosecutors here say Jones was standing on the corner when he was shot in the chest by the suspect here, 35-year-old Hurley Williams. Police say that the 2 men did know each other, and the Monroe County jury has now convicted Williams of murder in the 2nd degree and 3 counts of criminal possession of a weapon. Williams set to be sentenced sometime in January.
More news coming up in a bit. Let's talk about your morning weather and forecast. James, visibility. Turn eyes to the west.
Yeah, that's right. Or east, because that's the only way you could see.
Yes. You want to see the fog? Turn
right
towards Batavia, 2 miles.
Yeah, that's right. It is down there. We are seeing some from some of our cameras that is down. Note that as you start off the day. But otherwise, we're very warm. Honey Falls at 47. 52, Canisius, Livonia, we should really be sitting right around freezing, so just not the case. It's a manageable day for you. We are dry through really your evening commute. Then those rain chances ramp up. Next chance for showers comes into the overnight. We will see flakes, though, later this week. We'll talk about it and the 8th day at the end of the show. Brendan McKilla.
All right, thank you, James. As we take a look from our Greater Rock Sky Eye over downtown, clear conditions there for the most part. Again, most of the fog further out west on the Thruway. Thruway is clear between Scottsville and the Victor exits. That accident in Webster at 104 and 5 Mile Line Road on eastbound lanes 104 has since been cleared. We'll take another check of that in about 30 minutes. Mayor Malik Evans and leaders from our area's leading health groups are addressing this recent wave of shutdowns of pharmacies all over the city.
Ron Spitzer joining us live in the studio and breaking down the action the city says it's taking with its health partners. They're trying to ensure that all essential needs are met. Ron.
Yes, Mayor Evans, when he began speaking to the room, told everyone when the announcement of the Walgreens closure in the Bull's Head neighborhood came across his desk, he truly thought someone was playing a prank. He then noted the ongoing revitalization project happening in that location right now, coupled with a nearby Main Street multi-million-dollar milling and resurfacing project. This, he says, was determined with city leaders as an unwise decision, not just for the economic investment, which could be supported by a pharmacy, but due to the widespread impact it will have on those who live and work in the South Wedge, the most densely populated community in the city. Tuesday, it was announced a coalition of health partners, including the University of Rochester Medical Center, Rochester Regional Health, Jordan Health Center, and Trillium Health, are all working together to address the pharmacy shutdowns, between opening new pharmacies like URMC's Highland Pharmacy at Brooks Landing to investing in pharmaceutical services. There is a goal to build up the community, taking a holistic approach.
For many of our fellow Rochesterians, we know that a pharmacy is far more than a business. It's a lifeline. It's where we get the medicine that keeps us healthy, the vaccines that protect our families, the food that sustain us, and for some, the jobs that allow us to care for our loved ones. And I know how important the pharmacy is. I just got a flu shot today, as a matter of fact.
The new Highland Pharmacy at Brooks Landing, within the first week of opening, is set to be filling approximately 275 prescriptions daily, offering both delivery and pickup services. Guys, back to you.
Ron, thank you. The governor has just signed some new legislation to further help protect kids from cavities. Good oral health, we know, leads to good overall physical health. The state health commissioner, Dr. James McDonald, says fluoride is beneficial in many ways and strengthens teeth. A fluoride varnish can be put on teeth for a child right there at the dentist's office. We know that. And the new change will allow other healthcare professionals to apply this as well in a different setting. Supporters call it a game changer for kids getting dental care.
For whatever reason, sometimes it's hard to get your kid to brush their teeth. Maybe parents with children with special needs that ability to get this dental care. And this opens up access to dental care for children.
The amount of fluoride in community water systems is a really teeny tiny amount, 0.7 milligrams per liter, but that little bit is all we need to keep our teeth good and strong.
In recent months, this has turned into a bit of a controversial topic. President-elect Trump's pick for Secretary of Health, RFK Jr., says come January 20th, the new White House will advise all U.S. water systems to remove fluoride from public water, arguing it's industrial waste associated with a host of ailments, including cancer. But research out there examining the connection between cancer and fluoride levels has not found a link. That, according to the CDC and the American Cancer Society.
In a display of even more generosity, billionaire Tom Golisano donating $85 million to nonprofits in Southwest Florida. This is all headed to 41 different nonprofits involved in healthcare, education, and other critical community needs. This, of course, follows Golisano's recent donation in September of $380 million for organizations across upstate New York. That money paid over 4 to 5 years and funds unrestricted, so the organizations can use them at their own discretion.
Final weather here with James Gilbert. This Wednesday, once we get past today, we will settle into a more consistent pattern here.
We can expect.
Yeah, that's right. We're going to swing toward average by the end of the month and into early December. And that average means cold because we have been so incredibly warm. So down lows in the 30s, highs just in the low to mid 40s. So this big storm system that's on its way, just an isolated shower through this afternoon. Really, a lot of the stuff happens overnight. Scattered mix on Thursday, tomorrow, and then Thursday night into Friday. That's the time frame that we're circling really for the chance for snow showers, higher elevations. So you got to go south of the thruway along 5 and 20. You get 1,500, 1,800 feet up there. That's when we're talking snow showers. That's where you could potentially see the accumulation. For us, rain likely on for most of Friday. Then you look at the weekend. The storm system is going to linger a little bit into Saturday, so some rain showers around there. Both day temperature-wise is about the same, but Sunday is going to have more dry time before holiday week next week.
There you go. You said some consistency. We got 40s, 30s across the board.
Right.
At least folks will be able to maybe prepare a little easier.
Yeah, hit the park and get outside today. We'll take another look at your headlines and weather when we see you during CBS Mornings at 7:26.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us this morning, everyone. Stay tuned for CBS Mornings. That is up next. Get outside and enjoy the warmth and then bundle up tomorrow. Look at the west side. Looking pretty great.